Live. Start streaming. Good afternoon. Hello and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, in other words, for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. Covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us! During a time of political overabundance of divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss, for the most part. For links to these articles, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander, and today I am joined by the one and only Nurgle. Welcome back. Long time.
What's up?
Yeah. And of course, you viewer, our you today is Phrase Day, aka Friday. Why was I going to say February? September 15th, 2023. Well, I guess in California, every day kind of feels like it's the summer. So, February, August, it's all the same out here. Anyway, let's get into the news today, shall we? From Oddity Central, man tries to sue hospital claiming that witnessing wife's C-section left him with a psychotic illness. What? An Australian man, tried to sue a Melbourne hospital that claiming that he was permitted and even encouraged to attend his wife's C-section, which caused the onset of a mental illness. January 2018, Anil Kapula's wife gave birth to a healthy baby via cesarean section at the Royal Women's Hospital in Melbourne. Now, that's not technically born. That's being removed like a sentient tumor. Like me. I was never actually born. So, you know, does that make me soulless? I'm not sure. I do have some ginger in me, genetically, so... he was allowed in the operating room during the procedure, and seeing his wife's organs and blood allegedly caused the onset of a psychotic illness. Now, years later, he is trying to sue the hospital for 1 billion Australian dollars in psychological damages. What? Kapula, who represented himself during the legal proceedings, claimed that the hospital breached his duty of care it owed to him, aiding that the psychotic illness caused the breakdown of his marriage. Wow. Well, I mean, you know, I know what a C-section is. I don't want to see one because I know that they're going in and getting the baby out. I don't want to see that. Now, this guy should have already known that. He should have been briefed in the very least. So, I don't know. Like, I don't think he has much of a case. What say you, Nurgle?
Keep your penis where it belongs, inside your parents.
I mean, that's a different topic entirely, but you are correct with that statement.
Well, technically, him not keeping his penis in his pants led to where he's at right now.
I mean, you are correct. You are correct. Well, anyway, and $1 billion is a bit of a steep lawsuit too, so I don't think he's going to win this. But anyway, let's move on up. We got some more here from Oddity Central. After failing 12 times, man finds a body double to take driving tests on his behalf. What in the name of SpongeBob Mrs. Puff's driving school shenanigans is this? A Ghanaian man living in Belgium became so frustrated with constantly failing the theoretical part of the driving test that he paid a lookalike to take the test in his place. Literal SpongeBob action happening. What the hell is this? Serge, what a name, Serge. A Ghanaian immigrant living in Grammont in Belgium has been struggling to pass his driving license exam for over a year. The man had already attained a license in his home country, but could not use it to drive the car in Belgium, and the theatrical part of the exam had given him serious headaches. Serge has tried and failed the test 12 times, but he couldn't just give up, as having a driver's license opened up some very lucrative options for him in Belgium. In the end, he decided that cheating was his best bet, so he started looking for someone with similar looks to take the test on his behalf. After a while, Serge met Julian, a fellow immigrant of Congolese origin, who not only looked somewhat similar, but, most importantly, had already obtained his Belgian driver's license. The two agreed that taking the test in Mons, in the Belgian region of Wallonia, was better because examiners in the French-speaking region were considered more lenient than those in Flanders. Unfortunately, the assessment of the examiner's latency was wrong. As soon as Julian gave one of the examiner's Serge's ID in the exam room, he knew he was in trouble. Instead of simply looking it over, the person was examining Julian closely and noticing the facial differences between him and Serge. Both men were eventually taken into custody, and they recently appeared before a judge. Yeah, like, you know, how do you fail a driving test 12 times? There has to be something that you're doing wrong. You know, like, I don't know. That's wild. But this is literally something out of SpongeBob. Like, there's literally an episode where he had, well, not literally, but he had Patrick, like, radio to him what he needed to do. So,
that might have worked out better for him.
Yeah, might have. Use the big toe. Anyway.
Scoop the big toe only.
Yes. What else do we got here? Iran Mall, the world's largest shopping mall. Huh. The shopping mall is considered a symbol of American consumerism, and the U.S. is indeed home to over 100,000 shopping malls. But the title of world's biggest shopping mall actually belongs to one of America's biggest rivals, Iran. Located northeast of Tehran, the humongous Iran Mall shopping mall covers an area of 31 square meters and consists of 7 floors. Holy crap, 7 floors. That's more than twice what any mall I've ever been to. Most I've been to is like 3 floors. But its entire infrastructure area measures a whopping 1.35 million square meters and is set to expand to 1.60 million square meters. Since 2014, over 1,200 contractors and around 25,000 workers worked around the clock to make the world's largest shopping mall a reality. In 2018, the first phase of construction was completed, and 267,000 square meters of gross leasable area and 708 retail units were opened on May 1st, 2018. That same year, Iran Mall set a Guinness World Record for the world's longest continuous pour of concrete, with tons of concrete pouring continuously for 6 consecutive days. Holy crap! Bro. Like, look at the size of that thing. That is enormous. Oh, jeez, look at this interior shot. What the hell? Oh my god, that is glamorous. Iran's retail wonderland features over 700 shops leased by a mix of local and international brands offering a variety of goods and services, but it also features an array of amenities that you don't see at most shopping malls around the world. For example, Iran Mall features no less than 12 IMAX cinemas, as well as a state-of-the-art theater hall with a 2,000-seat capacity, an on-site museum, and several art galleries. What? How is all this in a mall? In terms of entertainment options, Iran's mall is home to an impressive amusement park, rooftop tennis courts, a convention center, a hotel, and multiple conference halls. A new 5-star hotel and modern sports center are set to open soon, and the entire shopping complex is constantly evolving. Wow. This is just jaw-dropping. There's a video here. I'm going to watch that later. Why won't you let me open? There we go. Let's see here. Shopping malls may have been invented in the U.S., but Iran has found a way to make the world's biggest mall its own. Apart from the above listed amenities, Iran's mall features several places inspired by Persian art and culture. The traditional bazaar of the Iran Mall is inspired by the markets of Tabriz, Isfahan, and Shiraz, while Didar Garden is inspired by the traditional brick architecture of central Iran and is decorated with palm trees and water fountains. This is a whole amusement park. Oh, what is this? One of the highlights of a visit to the Iran Mall is definitely the Mirror Hall, which features over 38 million pieces of mirror that have been worked into it by some of the finest craftsmen in Iran. The mall is also home to John Deshapur Library, an impressive library featuring more than 45,000 books, manuscripts, and documents. And I know I just read that entire article, but this is amazing. Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever read an entire article. It was about a mall in Iran. Wow, I gotta watch this YouTube video after the show, though. We gotta move on up. More from Audi Central. Woman requests annulment of marriage with man who blackmailed her into marrying him. Well, yeah. A Chinese woman recently filed a lawsuit requesting a divorce from her husband of less than a year, claiming that he blackmailed her into the marriage with some sensitive photos. According to Li Song's lawsuit, she and her husband Tan Dan, met in May of 2022 at a party. She did not pay too much attention to him, but apparently he became obsessed with her, even going to the salon where she worked every day. Because he didn't give him the attention, she didn't give him the attention he craved, Tan allegedly started finding ways of chasing clients away from the salon, just so he can be alone with his love interest. However, Song was less than impressed with his tactics and refused to give in to his advancements. In the lawsuit, the woman claims that she saw him as an unreliable and conniving person. All right. So, yeah, there's a... I'm not going to read the rest of this. I don't want to do that again. For further reading, please go to the underbar of the description below. Man, I really want to read the rest of this. This is like some soap opera level like stuff. But yeah, I hope she's telling the truth, and if she is, then I hope she wins. So
just remember, Stefano never dies.
Who?
Stefano.
I don't know who that is.
All the Days of Our Lives fans will understand.
Oh, okay. Anyway, moving on up, more from Audio Central. The Cuban Ironman has been hitting his body with a hammer since he was 15 years old. What? This sounds like something you would do, Nurgle.
I can't deny that.
Lino Thomasane, a 32-year-old street performer known as the Cuban Ironman, has been allegedly conditioning his body of iron by hitting himself with a heavy hammer around 1,000 times per day. The so-called Cuban Ironman first garnered media attention in 2020 when a video showing him banging his fists and elbows against concrete walls went viral. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. Been constantly running for about an hour. Since then, his strongman reputation has been steadily growing. These days, he has an Instagram following over 100,000 people and makes a living by putting on street performances in which he showcases his incredible strength. Most of the time, he does push-ups on his wrists with another person on his back and uses a large hammer to hit his wrists, fists, and shins, or has someone else do it to prove it's not fake. So, interesting.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna let another person hit me with a hammer.
Yeah, no. Like.
And don't ever give me the hammer either.
No, I'm not gonna trust you.
I'm really gonna put them shins to the test.
Yeah, I'm seeing there he's... Oh, well, he's not even hitting himself that hard. He's just tapping. So...
Okay.
Alright.
That's where I would take things a little out of hand. I'm going to whack the fuck out of his shins.
Yeah, well, if you're going to hit something, do it right. You know, wham! You know? Like, be the real Iron Man.
Don't be a puss about it.
Yeah. Alright. What else do we got here?
To the viewers, that's just me being satirical. I wouldn't actually hit the man with a hammer.
I wouldn't hit anybody with a hammer either. I wouldn't want anybody to hit me with a hammer. I don't want to hit myself with a hammer. Let's just not hit anything with hammers. Unless it's a nail, you know? So... Anyway, we also have the world's largest indoor marine science park. Looks like an alien mothership. The Zhuhai Qimelong Marine Science Park in Zhuhai, China is famous both for its impressive offering of rare marine wildlife from all over the world and its sci-fi inspired design. Announced in 2015, the Zhuhai, I don't know how to pronounce these, Qimelong Marine Science Park immediately captured people's imaginations with its futuristic design, reminiscent of alien motherships depicted in sci-fi flicks and video games. Described as the largest indoor marine science park in the world, with more than 100,000 marine animals and around 300 species, as well as 100 kinds of living coral split into 10 themed areas. Originally scheduled to open in 2021, after 10 years of planning and just over 5 years of actual construction, the giant marine science park only opened its gates to the public this month. Let's scroll down. Look at that thing. And yes, this is the thumbnail for today's video. Actually, it's this one here. At night, it looks really good. Dude, that looks fantastic. That is amazing. I'd love to go there. Now I gotta go to a giant mall, and I gotta go to a aquatic center. And here's another video I'm gonna watch after the show. But we gotta move on up.
That looks like Crash Site from Call of Duty Mobile.
More from Audio Central here. A woman claims that she hasn't slept in over a decade. Okay. A 36-year-old woman in Vietnam has been raising a lot of eyebrows in her home country with claims of suffering from an insomnia that has lasted for over 11 years. Miss Tran Thieu Lu, who works at a preschool in the city of Quang Ngai, has become the talk of Vietnamese social media after it was reported that she hasn't slept in more than 11 years. That's hard to believe. In a recent interview, the woman said that her decade-long insomnia began with a bizarre crying episode. Tears just started flowing from her eyes for no apparent reason, and even trying to lie down and close her eyes couldn't stop the trickle of water. The inexplicable crying eventually ceased, but so did her capacity to fall asleep. Try as she might, Lou couldn't log out anymore. Her eyes were tired, but her mind was fully awake. So for the last 11 years, she has done little other than lie down with her eyes closed to relax while her husband and children actually do sleep. That sounds horrifying. She does not look well. Like, no offense, but she needs some rest. Yikes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like,
maybe it's not unheard of. It's not unheard of, though. There's actually there's a guy that shows up in a lot of movies that has permanent insomnia. He hasn't slept in years.
Yeah, but it's been discovered without sleep the body cannot function. Like, it's part of your requirement for sustainability. Like sleep, eat, exercise. Mm-hmm. Like that.
Well, there's the body has the ability to adapt. I just don't know how well it would adapt to that situation.
This is a wild story. Like, I wonder if there's any way for them to test, like, if she actually can't fall asleep. Like, and I know she's like
melatonin. If she's not producing any melatonin at all, that would be a cause.
True. And you are right, the body does figure out how to adapt, but it's not God mode. Like, eventually you have to have some sleep at some point. Like, 11 years, I don't know. Like, maybe just relaxing is enough to keep her body going. I don't know. But maybe put her into a sensory deprivation tank or something. I don't know, but that might kill her at this point. Like, I don't know. This is wild. No. Anyway, moving on up here. And this is what you were talking about earlier. Hold on. Had a random cough. More from Oddity Central. Meet Siu Ah, South Korea's doll-like Instagram star. Siu Ah is an Instagram star who rose to fame thanks to her doll-like features, enhanced with not-so-subtle digital editing tools and filters. Okay, so this is Photoshop. It's no secret that Instagram is full of young, attractive influencers who use their God-given or surgically enhanced assets to build a fan base and gain popularity. But South Korea appears to have launched a whole new trend, digitally enhanced model... What? Digitally enhanced models who aren't afraid to go all out with the editing. Last week, they featured Shashiel, an influencer whose photos were so heavily edited that people actually found them refreshing. But it turns out that she is not only she's not the only one using this unusual social media technique. Siu Yu-ah is another rising Instagram star who's conspicuous. Why can't I talk today? I need water. Whose conspicuous use of Photoshop and other editing tools has won her hundreds of thousands of fans. Wow, that's creepy looking. Like, if I ever saw something like that in real life, I'd run away. Like, that's almost the same as, like, proportionally accurate Barbie. Hold on a second.
Dude, look at the size of her hands.
Thank you. Yeah, her hands are as big as her head. Holy crap.
Yeah, her hands are enormous.
Like, this is Photoshop. So, well, let's see here. Proportionally accurate Barbie. Real life. Life size. Here it is. It reminds me of this. Like, oh, go.
Oh, wow.
I'll fix it next time. There we go. But yeah. So, like, if you actually take the measurements of the Barbie doll and put that into, like, real life stuff, this is what Barbie would look like in real life. She'd be 6 foot with, like, triple E breasts, skinny stick arms and waists, and, like, legs, and a very tiny head. Like, very unrealistic. Wait, she doesn't even have any hands.
Yeah.
Yikes. But yeah. You're getting robot-y. I'm just looking at some of these. These are just creepy. These are just really, really creepy. The breasts are bigger than the head. That's not good. Look at the shoulder width, bruh. Like, shoulder that wide, you belong as a linebacker or something, bro. Come on. Some wide shoulders. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely some hardcore photoshopping.
Yeah.
That is not attractive.
That is...
At least to me, it's not attractive. Like, I would be like, welcome to Earth. Please don't probe me.
Yikes. Oh my god, again with the big hands, bro. Anyway, let's move on up here. Oh, here we go. Russian company creates the world's most expensive custom iPhone ever. Why? Caviar, a Russian company that specializes in luxurious smartphone customization, recently unveiled the iPhone Diamond Snowflake, the most expensive iPhone ever made. The iPhone 15 hasn't even been launched yet, and it's already advertised as the most expensive iPhone ever made. Not the stock version, though. That one is expensive enough, but it's nowhere near the Diamond Snowflake designed by the Russian luxury customization company Caviar. This uber-exclusive version of Apple's newest handheld features a custom case made of 18-karat white gold and inlaid with no less than 570 individual diamonds, as well as a pendant of the snowflake Graf necklace made by famed English jeweler Graf. The pendant itself is made of platinum, white gold with inlaid diamonds. The price of this handmade masterpiece is $562,700. Which is really not that much more than the actual normal iPhone. So, but that seems very painful. Like if that falls on you and scratches your face with all those diamonds, like, I don't know.
I'd be more worried about someone trying to rob you for it.
Yeah. Like, wow, look at that opulence. Just
the problem with custom stuff is that if somebody has seen it on the internet before and then they see you with it, that just leaves you open for targeting.
Yep. So, even if I had $562,700, I would not spend it on this. This is crazy.
Right, but then again, you also got to think that if someone can afford a $500,000 phone case, they've probably got good security.
True. But why do you need a $500,000 phone? Jesus. Yeah. No, like this reminds me of that one commercial. Like I don't remember what they were advertising, but it was a series of commercials where it's like this one guy, and he's like in this palace, and he has like a golden, like a tiny golden giraffe or something. He's going on about how he has opulence. Like, let's see if I can find it real quick. Opulence, I have it commercial. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's DirecTV, okay. Anyway, I'll watch that as with all the other videos after the show. We got to move on up to UPI. Ontario woman receives package of 1,020 condoms she says she never ordered. That's where your shipment went, Nurgle. We found it.
Oh man, damn! I hope she didn't use any of them because I had them pre-damaged.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, dude! On top of it being condoms, they're Trojan condoms, and she wasn't expecting it. Oh my god! Trojan man!
I am the Trojan man.
An Ontario woman said a box containing 1,020 condoms she never ordered arrived at her home, and she was charged nearly $500 for them. What? Joelle Engelhardt of Chapleau said she received an email from Amazon about a forthcoming delivery, but she assumed it was fake because she and her husband hadn't ordered any condoms. She said the box arrived while her husband was at the hospital recovering from an illness. Well, now he's going to be recovering from this. Engelhardt said she was even more confused to discover her credit card had been charged $495 for the order. Cyber experts said the delivery resembles a brushing scam, which involves Amazon sellers sending packages to random addresses so they can artificially inflate their number of positive reviews. This is why I don't have Amazon, because they allow these things to happen. Amazon investigated and discovered the vendor was having packages shipped to random addresses to remove unsold merchandise from Amazon fulfillment centers. Wow, so Amazon themselves were doing this.
Oh, yeah, because they probably... Oh, okay. I know, I get what you're doing now.
Well, probably not Amazon themselves, but they're using it through a proxy. So...
Yeah.
So, yeah, just cancel your Amazon accounts, people. You know? Like, there's no reason to... Like, I understand ease of access, but, you know, do you really need, you know, your thing delivered one day early? You know, use UPS, you know? Like, order off of eBay or actually... Go outside and go to a store and get it with your own hands. Oh, what a concept! Interaction, socializing, going out in the world, getting out of your bubble. Yeah.
But I like my bubble.
Well, I'm gonna pop it. I don't have a pin.
I keep all my stuff is in my bubble.
Well, you have a bubble and I have a no-no square.
Well, you know what? A bubble is structurally more sound than a square.
That is true. That is very true.
Fucking
you got
square.
Me on that.
Fucking square.
Actually, I'm a cube. 3D. Anyway, moving on up. More from UPI. Circus performer breaks world record with 8 flaming hula hoops. Oh, wow. That's a lot of hula hoops. So
yeah.
An experienced circus performer put her hula hooping skills to the test and broke 2 Guinness World Records, one involving fire. Guinness World Records announced Grace Good at the age of 30 earned the record for most fire hoops spun simultaneously when she managed to keep 8 flaming hoops spinning around her body at the same time. Wow. I can barely keep one. Good also broke the record for most hula hoops spun simultaneously while balancing on a giant rolling globe when she kept 28 hula hoops in motion while standing on the ball. What the hell? How does she do this? Like, I gotta see this. Hold on a second. Wow.
I have to go, man. I'm fixing to go somewhere.
All right. You have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you later, man.
You too. Hey, everybody, all you coalition runners, man, thanks for watching the show. Y'all have a good day.
Yes. We're going to move on up here to cyclist faces down herd of oncoming cows. What? A British cyclist has been branded the Cow Whisperer online after a viral video showed his encounter with a herd of wayward bovine on a narrow roadway. Andrew O'Connor said he had paused to change the batteries of his GoPro camera on his way to ride his bicycle up Great Dun Fell near the small village of Knock, England, when he spotted a herd of cows ahead. Oh, I gotta call you back later, we got cows. O'Connor said that he turned the camera on to record a video of cows, but he suddenly found himself in an unexpected situation with a herd breezed past the gate they had been intended to go through. O'Connor said that he feared he might be in danger from the cows as he was on a narrow road between 2 stone walls. The cyclist cyclist video shows the farmer shouting instructions to O'Connor, showing him how to hold his hands up to give instructions to the cattle. Wow, that's scary. So they could have trampled him. I gotta watch this later as well. We're gonna move on up here. Mysterious object spotted in the sky over Illinois town. Huh. Police in an Illinois town are trying to identify a mysterious white or translucent object seen flying in the daytime sky. Prophetstown Police Chief Bruce Franks said he was off-duty Wednesday when he received a call from an employee at Todd's Tire and Auto, where a crowd had gathered to watch a mysterious object in the sky. Witnesses described the object as a white or translucent balloon attached to a box structure and what some onlookers said appeared to be red lightning. Frank said that the object was stationary in the sky for some time. Let's take a look at this here. So they're just saying there's a photo here. So, that's interesting. But yeah, for further reading, please refer to the underbar of the underbar, not comment section, the, why can't I think of it, help, description, thank you. the description. There's all the links to all these articles are down there. I don't want to read the entire article. I want you guys to go there and give them the foot traffic. They put in all the work and everything. I just read a couple paragraphs to spark your interest. New Zealand man becomes world's oldest motorcycle racer at 97. Wow. A New Zealand man who participated in a motorcycle race just 3 weeks before his 98th birthday was named the world's oldest competitive motorcycle racer by Guinness World Records. The record-keeping organization said Leslie Harris, now at 98, competed earlier this year in the Pukuki 43rd Classic Motorcycle Festival in Auckland. Harris was joined in the race by his oldest son, Rod, at 64, and his granddaughter, Olivia, at 21. The trio rode the regulatory race, which called on competitors to perform the most consistent lap times. Cool stuff. I gotta watch more of this. And last but not least, distillery spill floods streets of Portuguese town with wine. The streets of a Portuguese town ran red with 2 vats of at a local distillery burst and released nearly 600,000 gallons of wine. What a waste. Wow. And I've seen a video of this on Meme Droid before. So that's funny. I'm getting some actual news from my meme sources. It's kind of interesting. But man, look at all that wine just get washed away. Red wine. Oh, it is red wine here. Photos and videos captured by witnesses show the red wine flowing through the streets of São Lourenço do Bairro, Anadia, after the vats burst at the Distilleria Laveria. There were no injuries reported from the spill, but at least one cellar was said to have been flooded with wine. The distillery apologized for any damage caused to the property. Or caused to any property. So, wow. Look at all that wine just... What a complete waste. That is a tragedy. An absolute tragedy. But anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all the things Omni Coalition. Please check out our other, video, streaming sites, social medias, our affiliates, and all that stuff, yada yada. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Guaranteed on Friday. If there's not enough news on Tuesday, then we just skip over that. But anyway, for all of you and all of us, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander, and you, viewer, are you. We had Nurgle for most of the show earlier. And until you catch us next Tuesday, or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show coming up every Friday through Tuesday. That sounds weird. At 11 in the morning Pacific Time. And we also have the Kicking the Peanut, coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Anyway, until you catch us next time, and wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.